Hello YouTube, welcome back. As you can see, Cryptbeards continues, and we will continue playing. Oh, I should probably focus on the window first. Momuznel, Fortress Mode, Folder, Region 1. It's Anyanuwiu and 652. I don't know what any of that means, but we're going to ignore it and continue anyway. Ah, lovely. What's this we got in chat? We've got some new people watching in chat. I was going to say hello YouTube, and then I realised, well, they're not going to see it because you'll do that in a comment, and then they're not going to go back and watch the video after having watched the live stream. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk. Although I am going to be doing that today because I was watching the Illuminati, and I'd finally used some of my bits. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got two versions of the audio coming up. There we go. Let's kill sound sense because I want to stick with the vanilla music for now. Anyway, I was watching the Illuminati stream and I'd done a donation and boy was I triggered. They were saying, oh, let's all decide what we would like the best suffix for our names to be, or what we'd like to have as a suffix. And they started going on listing a load of titles. Oh, good lord, a title is very different from a suffix. A suffix is a thing you put on the end of a word to change it, like ing or or ed. You know, it changes the word. Anyway, enough. And they read it out, and yeah, I'm going to go back and watch that because I was putting the kids to bed at the time and I missed it. But there you go. What can you do about that? Anyway, enough guff, enough nonsense. Let's take a look at the fortress. I'll press F1. It'll take us to the initial embark point where we can see the pre-fortress that I've dug out here. We've got ourselves a miasma-ridden food stockpile with a kitchen and a butcher's in there. That's probably got something to do with the miasma. Over the way, we've got our little indoor animal pen for the pigs, chickens, and other egg-laying creatures. Excuse me. Pardon me. Well, PT Dell, you are a higher level of Dwarf Fortress expertise than me. I'm strictly a lazy noob pack guy. I mean, well, there was a cheaty program called Runeforge or something a little while ago, and it hasn't been compatible with any of the recent ones for a long time now. But I really missed that when that went. That was as close as I got to actually delving into any kind of self-modification. Well, not self-modification, modification of Dwarf Fortress. Anyway, enough room. Here's a dormitory. There's a hospital, which only has beds at the moment, so really isn't working that efficiently. That was a stone stockpile. It's now an empty room. These are our initial stockpiles. Look at all that gold. Sweet, sweet gold. He works as a proofreader. Oh my god, I can only imagine the horror. I can only imagine it. Ugh. Oh, I'm a terrible person for that kind of thing. I can't help it. You should see me send a text message or talk on WhatsApp. I mean, I'm correcting myself constantly. Autocorrect is the bane of my life. Bane of my life. Someone said they were eating non-dairy ice cream in a chat, and I wanted to respond, oh, so you're eating ice then? And yeah, it's actually sent, you're eating Ive, I''VE. It doesn't mean anything. Why would I write that? Autocorrect, don't completely replace what I'm writing. It's annoying. Anyway, enough buff. Let's have a look here. The dining room, and here's our little crafting zone. That's quite good. And so that's the initial fortress. Let's head down to the new fortress, where we're actually going to be doing all the real stuff, where we're going to actually polish the walls and fit everything out nicely. Now this is a slightly more guarded affair. It's got stone walls, of course, which is well, the other one has that, but there's a considerable amount of soil knocking around as well. So this one just seems a little nicer, considering it's almost uniform. What have we got over here? This is diorite, I think, isn't it? He says the mouse not working. Granite. Sorry, that's granite. So what's this then? That's all granite. So why is this different? Oh, that's andesite. Okay, andesite and granite. Okay, but they look fairly similar, so it looks kind of uniform. Then we have to go down some floors. Actually, let's not. Let's just follow the hotkeys first. Up here, we've got our pasture at the top of the volcano, and then if we skip over to F4, we've got a little magma forge and magma smeltery built over the top of the volcano. They're a bit remote. They're a bit exposed. It's a bit silly to do this here, but I figured it's best to get some of this gold ore processed because it's going to be a while before we can actually dig the tunnels and stuff to get magma inside the fortress safely. I mean, sure, it's not difficult to get magma inside the fortress. That's a piece of piss. it's getting it in safely that's the issue there. Anyway, on to the next F key. This takes us down to the bedrooms, which we now have 2 huge dormitories and a few extra little bedrooms. We've got this one fitted out for the mayor. I think he's got enough to keep him satisfied. This one can be for another noble, and then we've got these sort of medium-sized bedrooms, yeah, everyone else gets a dorm. Then we go down to F6. Have we gone that far? Yes, there's further down still, or maybe even up, I'm not sure, but it's in the fortress nonetheless. We've got our new industrial area coming along, and if I remember rightly, we've got most of our wood-based stuff here with the crafts workshops there. That's our carpenter wood stockpile, crafts dwarf workshops, furniture stockpile, finished goods stockpile. I think that's repeated over here, and then we've got our mason and mechanic over here, and hopefully they'll be hard at work doing stuff. Let's have a look at chat quickly. Proofreading does sound... I mean, I think I'd find it satisfying. I think I'd find it satisfying to go through text and pick out the flaws and stuff, but I would be absolutely horrified if I missed any. Oh god, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Jeez. It's a knife-edge job. That's one's not going to be good for your psychological health. Well, mine anyway. Excuse my sipping here. There was something floating in my tea. Oh, that's disappointing. It's too late now. I've swallowed it. There we go. Coding is horror. Well, I find coding fairly difficult, but once you get into the flow of things, it starts to come together, and it is very satisfying to get something to actually work. You push the button, it does what it's supposed to do, and you go, yes. And then you realise, I don't really need this. Why did I spend my time doing this? What have I done? No! It's a beautiful, pointless crystal. Crystal? It's not a crystal. Why did I say crystal? I should have said folly. A folly would be a much better word, like one of those old arches out in the middle of nowhere in some rich landed gentry's field. Anyway, I'm talking bullshit now. I've gone off on a complete deep-end rant. Well, it's not really a rant, more of a tangent, but you know what I mean. I'm not talking about what I should be, which is, of course, Dwarf Fortress, which for me is over here. And, well, also for you, because I flipped my camera. Jesus Christ. Come on, scoundrel. Get with the programme. Gotta be so much more meticulous, that's true. Your mum says you're on the artistic spectrum. Okay, so you're good at things like structured language. That's good. I mean, I understand that that's a typo there, but I was just about to go off on a huge thing about the artistic spectrum, and I realised that's probably insensitive. Well, I won't do that. I'll hold back. The folly was going. A quiet holy well along with an old underground Catholic paths. Could do. That'd be nice. And it's not. Don't get me wrong. I like a good folly. I like to have a look at a folly out in a field. But with the effort you've done there, at least give it a function. Make it a small building. Go inside it. It's like a nice little place with a view. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, let's get back into the action. Jesus Christ, I went way off the end there. So let's unpause, as we should, because I've been recording for 12 minutes and the game has not actually advanced one frame. And then we'll head back up to the main fortress and check that everything's not going too badly wrong. We've got elves. Are these elves in the caravan? I traded with them last time, so I'm not going to bother mucking around with them. But we definitely had something going on. The food stockpile's looking a bit stinky. It might make sense. I was going to dig out a dining room, and this is it, F7, the dining room. Okay, so it looks like it's all been finished in a mining sense, so maybe it's time to start building some tables. Build table, and I would like to place one, yeah, there will good. Oh dear, it appears that my mental faculties are failing me. Excuse me. I hope I'm not having some kind of episode. That would be awful. Right, let's pop those in there, and maybe some thrones. Can I build a few thrones? There we go. We've got 3 of those as well. Well, that's good. The dining room begins. We don't have any doors. I need to put some orders in for doors, so let me remind myself quickly. Hello, Adilicious. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. As you can see, we're playing a bit of Dwarf Fortress. But you probably already knew that. That's probably why you're here, to be honest, because it's not like you've heard word on the street that the Scoundrel is the hot new stream to come to. I mean, that's absurd. You've gone through the listings and seen, Dwarf Fortress. There's some people playing it. Excellent. I see there's that guy with the automated Dwarf Fortress that just follows a guy around. That's cool, but I'm not going to watch that for long. maybe I'll come and watch this guy, and here you are, and here we are now, and now I'm off course again. Let's get back into the game. Sorry, I digress. We've got the chairs sat down, we've got the tables, we don't have any doors. That was it. I was going to go into the jobs menu, press M for the manager, press... Hang on. No. I've told him to infinitely construct doors. There will be doors. Do not panic. Let's resume and see if we can find out what's going on. Is this the workshop where the doors are being constructed? It is. He's also constructing statues, which is going to consume some time, but we need to use up the stone, and we can trade them. And they're always interesting to look at what they are, right? It's always good to see a statue. You came from r/Twitch Discord. Oh, well, in that case, consider my ideas completely debunked, completely ruined. I didn't even realise that people were seeing that I was streaming in there. I didn't post anything, did I? Oh dear, that's a terrible breach of etiquette in there. Oh well. seems to be working, whatever I've done. Anyway, doors. That's the next big thing. Now, I should also say that I'm hoping this session to enact some of Vehamut's ideas. He's been talking in the Discord, saying about how a pit with a drawbridge over the top is a good way to defend your fortress, and I agree. I'm not going to complain about that, but I am going to complain about the difficulty of actually doing that. So let's do some planning before we start actually sending dwarves out to dig holes in stuff, because that's going to lead to trouble. Oh, such trouble. If I go down a few floors... Now, you were saying, Vehamut, if I remember rightly, that there's... thank you very much, Adilicious. Much appreciated. And of course, everybody check out his... or her, sorry. I'm making an assumption there. Check out their stream as well. Give them a little peek. Have a little look. See what's going on. Right, so... What are we talking about? Yes, that was it. The pit. We're going to dig a pit. And Vehamut was saying that it needs to be 20 Z levels deep to kill. To be a lethal pit. But of course, we can zhuzh the pit up a bit with some magma if we want to get fruity. But I feel like that's probably something for a little bit of a later date. What we'll do first is we'll make a pit deep enough to kill people. So the plan is down 20. Now, I think what my best bet is to send a staircase down 20 and then dig out round it. Yeah? And then we have a little tunnel dug out over here. Actually, no, maybe there's a better idea. Maybe there's a better way of doing it. We'll have a little stairway down here. We'll dig a tunnel down to the bottom of where the pit is going to be. Okay? And then we dig round. We come down to here. And then we dig out a cavern there. And then we go up a floor, dig out a cavern, up a floor. Or we could just dig down. You know what? For all that big talk of planning and thinking ahead, I'm just going to start channeling away. I'm going to do it. That's just the kind of guy I am. Let's dig, and what's channel? Channel is H. There we go. And I'm going to channel out the base shape of this thing. And it's going to be okay because there'll just be some ramps at the end and people will still be able to come in and out. So we're going to have our drawbridge over here. And then we're going to have the pit extend in its fullness to here, I think. Or maybe here? No, we'll pull it one back. There we go. And that... Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't have it designated. So here to here. So that's going to be the full extent of the pit. And we're going to channel it down all the way. And then we'll figure out getting out at the end of it. What is L4D2? Left 4 Dead 2, isn't it? It's pretty good. Talos Principle. I've not played that. I heard it's good though. I heard it. The Chilluminati guys were playing that earlier today. Actually, they had a Zoidberg mod and such. It was good. It was good. I should stop talking about them. People who came here to see this. Okay, so we're digging out our initial channel, and that's all fun and games. I should probably build the drawbridge as well, shouldn't I? So if I put the drawbridge in now, that might make sense. Yeah, let's do it. How do we do this again? So it's build, It's not a trap, is it? It's is there a drawbridge here? No. What about on here? Traction bench, archery target, cage, restraint, animal trap support, instrument, machine component. Is it traps, levers? Is it machine components? I think it is, isn't it? That's oh, don't do that. Do that. Water wheel, horizontal. No, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Has anyone got any idea? New Vegas. That was good. I did enjoy New Vegas, even if my series did end somewhat abruptly. But hey, I could always go back, couldn't I? Oh crikey, it's quite the busy chat. I tell you what, guys. If you want me to respond to something, probably best if you put like @scoundrel on it, and then it will highlight for me, just like Adilicious has at the top. Recommending Talos Principle. Very good idea. I'm going to be more viewers than normal. I find that with Dwarf Fortress, to be honest. I play this and suddenly people start coming out of the woodwork. It's insane. Anyway, so I'll get back to this and we'll continue. What was it? Oh my god, drawbridge. That's what I'm looking to build. Drawbridge. Is it under B? It must be, but I can't see it. It's not a machine component. Floor grate, vertical bars, floor bars, burial receptacle, farm plot, statue slab. Does page down work? Nope, page down does not work. But plus and minus do on the numpad, so we use those. Paved road, dirt road. Bridge! Bridge! Fucking idiot. It was right there in front of you. Well done, scoundrel. Well done. Actually, we can't place that until it's dug out, can we? Because it'll just cover the floor and they won't be able to dig it out. Get with the program. Come on. Come on. Oh, someone's been interrupted by a sloth bear, apparently. Interesting. I think Verhamut did mention that first pit can only be maximum 9 squares long. Oh shit, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Ooh. Verhamut, that was quite the save. Congratulations. You've saved us a lot of misery. So what is it? It's X, remove designation. Bang. Here we go. Boff, boff, boff. You know what? Let's be safe. Let's make it 8. Let's be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares long. That's it. We've got it. We've got it. Good save. Good save. Oh, thank you, Addy. It's an all-time classic. You really must give Dwarf Fortress a go at some point in your life. I mean, it's never going to leave. I mean, it's not early access. It's just some guy's pet project that he's worked on and everybody's discovered and gone, oh, this is amazing. And it's, you know, just reading about Dwarf Fortress is almost as good as Dwarf Fortress. It's like EVE Online in that way, except I don't know, I find it slightly more fun to play. You know, EVE Online's interesting, but to get the amount of fun out of it that I would want, I would have to play it a lot. And I don't have that kind of time right now. By the way, whatever that notification was for, the follow, the whatever, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I will check later on what it was. Hopefully before I end the stream, right? Okay, so let's take a look down here. 1 floor. Boop. Oh, that's entirely the wrong key. There we go. We're down 1 floor. So, do I just channel down another one? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to slowly dig this one out into like a big slope-sided pit, which everyone can get out of, and then later on I'll clear it out as a proper clear out. What does that even mean? Okay, so we're going to do this. Oh, no, we won't. We'll lose access to the fortress if I do end to end. Okay, watch that happen. Yeah, you do sometimes. You see stuff in Dwarf Fortress and you don't know what it is, especially if you're using a tile set. I hear that the people who use the ASCII, they get all, oh, I can see the matrix about it, and you know they can tell like the gender and sexuality of a rat that runs across their stockpile just by glancing at the ASCII character used. But personally, I'm not sure I'm going to be quite capable of parsing that depth of information, and I should probably just stick with the tool graphics pack because well, they look nice. They're pretty, and if you're streaming, I mean, much as ASCII is like the, you know, the cool, hard as nails way to do it, I don't think you're going to get as many people watching. I think people are going to go, what's this fucking bullshit? Numbers? Letters? Punctuation marks? I don't think I like it. I need the bridge before I dig down another level. That's correct, but at the moment here... I'm pointing with my finger. While we've got these slopes still in, and we don't dig it right out to the edge, we're all good. For Christ's sake, stop doing that, scoundrel. Yeah, we should be okay to get in and out. But now we've actually dug down a level, I can put the bridge in. It's just going to make it difficult to get in and out with people in the pit and that.
But hey, who cares, right?
Build, and now what was it again? Is it bridge, G. Jidge. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Don't take that thought to its logical conclusion. Good God, man. So close. He'd done a pewd. Right, okay. Is this correct? So do it like that, right? Okay, so we need to change the height, change width. Raise direction. W-A-D-X-S. W-A... No, we can't do it that way. We can do it either of those ways. We want it to go left, right? So that then this is the bit anchored to the ground and this bit lifts up. Do I need to channel out above it for the thing to lift up, or what? Or what? Yeah, I think people getting all het up about tile sets does seem a bit odd. I mean, play it how you like, man. I'm pretty sure. I am sure, like, you know, like the ASCII tile set probably functionally is better than a tile set, just because it actually has that depth of information available to you just by reading the script. But this is just so much nicer to look at, especially when you haven't learnt that, you know, secret code, as it were. Do we have a depot? Yes, there's a depot still at the main base, Fuzzy Logic. Don't worry about that. Yes, left. Okay, that's good. Good. Retracting bridges. That's a good point. Can I change that now? Can I change that? W-A-D-X-S. W-A-D... What's X? S. S. Retracts. Okay. Does it... How when it retracts, which way does it go, though? Because I'm not getting a direction. Does it just... Or does it... Does it really matter? I mean, it could go to the side, I suppose. You don't need to dig above anyway. Well, that's okay. I have been told my voice is quite calming. People often comment on my voice, but do bear in mind that there are several layers of VST filtering going on, and I'm also affecting a certain manner of speaking. What am I doing? Excuse me. You want it to go left. Okay, Fahmad. I trust you. We're going here. This was inspired by your musings, after all, so we'll go with your plan. We will name this the Vehamut Bridge. So that's good. Place. And we will build it out of... What should we build it out of? Do we make it out of logs? We could make it out of mango wood, pomelo wood. I mean, we could make it out of... We can't make it out of gold bars. We don't have enough. We need 8. 8 of any given material. So... Make half of it out of gold bars. Seems a bit extravagant though, doesn't it? We've got 9 mahogany. That'd probably be quite good. Mahogany. Nice dark wood, strong wood. Oh, we've nearly got enough obsidian. That would be lovely. An obsidian bridge. Just saying the phrase is nice. Obsidian bridge. You shall not cross the obsidian bridge. Just both words are actually quite nice to say. Obsidian. Obsidian. Bridge. Oh, sorry, I'm going off on a little word hole. Silver bars, copper bars. Well, you know what? Let's just get this bugger built, and we'll build it out of granite. Why not? 8 granite. I could press Shift Enter, couldn't I? It's a good job that I remembered that afterwards, right? Traps and levers. We want a lever, and we want it... I mean, right here would probably be good, right? That makes sense. Or should we put it... Let's put the lever by the bridge or deeper into the fortress? Let's put it by the bridge for now. That makes sense, because then at least we can tell what it's for. Sometimes once you've got a load of bridges in, it can get a little bit messy. Let's use this andesite mechanism of some level of quality, whatever the asterisk, open bracket, overscore means. Boop. There we go. There's our lever placed, and now we can resume. How many frames have we actually advanced the game? Not that many. Enough to dig a small pit. So slow. So slow. Insidious. That is a very good word. Insidious. 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 Very insidious, Master. Congratulations. Sorry. Have I, Oh no, this isn't built yet. That's why it's flashing. For a second I thought I'd trapped a load of people down there, which wouldn't have been good. Wouldn't have been good. Oh, hang on. He's cancelled smelting tetrahedrite because something dangerous was going on. To the forge! Well, I don't see anything dangerous here. To the gate! Cut by obsidian. Ouch. I once, as a child, was walking across a sand dune, I believe in Hull. I think it's in Hull. And I sliced the bottom of my foot open on a broken Coca-Cola bottle. And I walked back across the dunes with the switchy, rough grass and lots of sand and stuff going into the wound, and it hurt. It really hurt. The footprints look pretty cool, though. Not that I was in the frame of mind to actually realise that at the time. Good. Good. Next you should dig up downstairs as deep as you want the pit to go and give them a way out. Okay. That's interesting. Obsidian for scalpel blades. That's interesting. But I mean, it's very prone to fracturing and splintering. I mean, you wouldn't want obsidian fragments in your good band name in your wounds, would you? Ooh, sounds itchy. I think that's going to heal pretty itchy. And that's probably not the worst of it. I mean, you might even turn into a dragon or something. I mean, I've read books. Admittedly, fiction, but they're books nonetheless, and therefore should be given some credence, no? What are you talking about? Right, let's do those stairs. Let's do those stairs that Vehemet has informed me about. So here's some up-down stairs. I'm just going to quickly pop down a level. Pop, pop. Here we go. Here's the bottom of our pit. So we're down 2 floors already. So we need another 18 floors of stairs. I should probably build them here, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a minute. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Fuck it, let's do 20. There we go. So we should, if I move the cursor over here and go up a few floors, have arse candles. Oh wait, I'm going down. Let's go back up again then. Here we go. Designated, designated, designated. Oh, you box of shit. Okay, I haven't designated. I've just started the designation. Here we go. Back up, back up we go. Yeah, so pro. I mean, unbelievably pro. I'm going down, aren't I? I am. I'm digging down. Okay, let's go back up. Yeah. We're going back up now. We're going back up. We're definitely going up. We're definitely going up. There we go. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Boom. Boom. And yes, the designation is placed. Let's go down again just to check. Hooray, hurrah. Indeed, hooroo. Man, that is a pretty big pit. And that is going to be a lethal fall for anybody unlucky enough or just plain stupid enough to fall off the edge. Let's have a look at chat again while we wait for that to get dug. What have we got going on here? In the middle of the pit is best. Well, fuck me bandy. Let's quickly head here and pause. Designate X. Yep, there we go. Bonk. And then we go down. Actually, if I go over here and then just keep going down, then we know when we've got to the bottom, and I can do this, and that should, by rights, have... Yes, it's cancelled it. Good. 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 Very good. So, in the middle of the pit here, you say. Okay, let's go back for the up-down stairs. There we go. Donk. And down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, It's all done. Good. Good. Right, let's unpause. And let things advance for a little while. There we go. Right, let's have another drinky poo. Hope this hasn't gone cold. Ooh, it's still slightly warm. Just slightly colder than my internal body temperature, but warm enough for me to recognise it as a warm substance rather than a cold one. You know, just past the threshold where the flavour profile of a hot drink changes, basically, irrevocably, and for the worse. Nighty night, Findy Zero. Nighty night. And dig a way for the miners to get back up to the surface. Well, I'm going to dig a tunnel outside. That's my plan. Dig a tunnel out here, and then it can come up, and we'll have like a little tunnel over here that goes down. So basically, if anyone tries to get into the fortress, it's just going to lead into the bottom of the pit with no way out. And won't that be fun? And it will also allow us to get in and clear out any guff that falls at the bottom. You know, goblinite, that kind of thing. All sorts of stuff. It will be truly delightful. Of course, I'm not making any guarantees in that regard. It may not be delightful. It may end up being awful and boring. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I don't actually have a way for them to get down there, do I? So I'm going to designate a channel. H. Here we go. And then we go upper floor. And we channel down there. And that should give them access to dig the stairs, right? Or am I crazy? I should probably have channeled down next to it, right? Let's do that. D, X, bonk, and then H, kabonk. There we go. We channel down there and then go onto the stairs. That's it. That's the ticket. Okie dokie. So, we've been recording for 30 minutes. I could stop it, but let's face it, these Dwarf Fortress videos seem to have settled into an hour-long format. No, actually, that's not true. They seem to have set into anywhere between 45 minutes and an hour and a half. Well, even, an hour and 45, one of them. I think one of them's like an hour and 50 minutes long. Let's just say that Dwarf Fortress has ruined my stop-start discipline in the recording front. And so you're just going to have to be a stalwart, full of stamina type person. And let's unpause this while I have my little diatribe monologue. And you're going to have to just soldier through. Sorry. Apologising for my content. This is excellent self-promotion, I'll have you know. They'll be flocking in. I'll be a millionaire this time next week. Unlikely. Oh, cancels the item. Incessant. What's this? Oh, inaccessible. Oh. Let's head up here. See what's going on. Has the miasma cleared? The miasma has cleared, but not because it's been vented. Mainly because, well, the stinks just sort of oozed into the rock and will remain there forever, I presume. It's the only feasible explanation I can think of. No, the merchants have gone. That's good. Let me head back down here. Where's my thingamajiggy? Oh yes, we wanted to put doors in, didn't we? D. We got doors now. B, D. Aha. No, not there. There we go. We've got 3. Lovely. Okay, we've got some doors here now, so we can then get to this, make it a dining room, expand the designation, and commit the designation. This is a meeting hall, and that's all I need, isn't it? That's all I need. That's all you need. Ha! See, the Beatles were wrong. Do I generally stream for an hour? No. I stream Mondays and Fridays. It says 10:30 on the thumbnail thing that goes up when I'm not streaming, but I'm going to change that to say just late. And then I usually stream for about 3 to 4 hours. I don't get much opportunity. My stream constitutes about 99% of the time I spend playing computer games because I don't really get any opportunity. It's actually somewhat of a justification for being up at 1:30 in the morning playing Dwarf Fortress. Put it that way. I've got 2 kids, little kids as well. So yeah, this is really my escape. Well, I say escape. I'm not trying to escape. It's my fun time. My adult fun time. But that just sounds wrong when you say that. When you say adult fun time, the kind of images that come to mind are not sitting in front of a computer with 2 monitors wearing a green roll neck playing Dwarf Fortress. No, that's not the kind of thing that comes to mind. Most people are imagining quite crude things. At least I'm guessing. That's my assumptions based on my knowledge of humanity as is. Oh, check this out. 15 to 20 frames a second. It's the classic Dwarf Fortress story. It seems that upgrading my computer, getting rid of my old £500 potboiler and getting £1.5 worth of kit has done nothing to save Dwarf... The Cyclops Osplu Stoboxno Oruxabo has come. A giant humanoid monster with a single eye set in its forehead. Okay, so I will press enter to close the window at some point, but I think this is the right time to point out that we do not have any form of trained military, and so, in what has become a Cryptbeards tradition, I will now draft everybody and send them with their bare fists to pummel this Cyclops to death. And from the experiences we've had before, this is not an impossible feat. I mean, we've done trolls, lions, bears. Oh, here he is. Look, here's his little icon. Should we scrobble over to him? Oh, we can't. If I zoom in too far, he disappears off the edge. We'll have a look at him in a bit. Let me quickly press enter to close this window, and we'll go and set up our military. Where are we? M for military. Create a squad. Yes, please. No uniform. And then we just start adding people, I think. So, position 1. Oh, the Windy Bolts. There we go. Let's put some people in the Windy Bolts. You. You. Oh, hang on a minute. We can only have 10. Okay, we're going to have to create another squad. How does one go about doing that? Militia Commander. We need to create another squad. There we go. Create squad. No uniform. No? Okay, now it's arrow keys to go up and down. Of course it is. Why would it not be? So... there we go. I'm not putting the same people in. I am, aren't I? The green ones are already in a... oh, for crying out loud. Okay, now we go back to the Windy Bolts, and we find all the people who aren't... there we go. Aha! Ah, there we go. Now we're cooking on gas. Now we are creating a military worth writing home about. Not sure why I would do that, but okay. Cannot remove commander. Remove from squad. How can I create a... create a squad appointed by this leader. There we go. No uniform again. Please excuse this rampant scrabbling for death. Generally stream for 5 to 7 hours. Oh my, I wish I had that kind of time. That would be fantastic. A few mechanisms for lever and a link to the bridge. We've got mechanisms sitting in the base for Hamut, so I'll get that done once this ogre's gone, once this Cyclops has been killed. Save the Cyclops head and put it on a display furniture. I'm all up for that. I'm quite happy to do that. Does this fortress have any weapons? Only the tools. We'll see how it works out. Let's go to the oily seasons of Pagung? The oily seasons of Pagung. Hang on. No, it is the oily seasons of Pagung. Fair enough. If that's what you want to call your little band of soldiers, let's go with it. Let's let this be. Okay, let's get to full. Wow, we've got quite a few dwarves now, haven't we? So, can I... there we go. Create squad. No uniform. The Channels of Drink. That's a slightly more understandable name. No Pagung here. Or Pugnug? No, I think Pagung makes more sense. Blimey. This is actually quite a tedious process. It's taking quite some time. Whoa. Don't reassign the Windy Bolts. Go to the Dykes of Rhythm. It's a good job that's spelt with an I. Actually, no, is it? Is there even a spelling difference? I know they're homophones. Well. Anyway, let's just forget what I was saying there, because I was going off on a bizarre little journey that probably doesn't need to be taken. Oh, another one. There we go. No uniform. Thank you very much. The robustness of figures. So down we go. We're nearly there. I think we've assigned most of our dwarves by now. Oh yeah, look at that. We've only got this little semi-page of available dwarves. This is good. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different military units. So now they're all set up. We go to, is it L? Nope, that's locations. We go to O, set order. That's the one. No, that is not the one. Shit, what is it? It's not military. Stockpiles, buildings, rooms, buildings, locations, occupations, status, movies, artifacts, options. Squads, that's the one. We need to go to find our little ogre. Here he is. There we go. And we need to say A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. K, attack. And please attack Osblus Doboxno or Ruxabo. There we go. Now, let's see what happens. Okay, everybody's become a recruit. And we can just follow all One Eye here. If I just click on him, actually, there we go. Click, click, click. So escape. There we go. Now click, click. Select him, you fool. Oh, what's this? Don't go to him. I don't need to know about this guy becoming a militia captain. I have an ogre or a cyclops or some creature. Okay. This has all got a little bit too hot for me. I now don't know where the ogre, the cyclops has gone. We're going to have to explore. Hello, what are you? Oh, that's one of our militiamen. Oh, he suddenly looks all cool. Okay, we're going to have to find the ogre. I mean, all I can do really is watch as everybody floods, presumably towards it, and the children frolic in the fields. Oh dear. Oh dear. You should create a uniform that has any weapon assigned to it. The Dykes of Rhythm does sound like a dope show. It sounds pretty good to me. I might go and see that band. Or form it. If I left Cyclops alone, it would just stay there. Oh my god. I didn't realise that. You know how I am for cheese. You should have told me. If only I'd known. Where are my dwarves going? That's the question. They all seem to be heading off this way. Let's go up. Okay, they're heading over here. Heading towards the ogre, I presume. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ruction. Okay. I don't know what's going on. We're at 15 frames per second, so we're unlikely to see anything happening immediately. But let's get in close, just in case there's any, body part spray or spectacular... Oh, hang on. We have a deadman. We have at least one deadman. Hopefully that won't get too high a toll, and hopefully he wasn't someone vital to the fort. I probably should have thought about not sending some of the more irreplaceable people. We do have a few legendary craftsmen. Should we take a look at the combat reports? Let's do it. Let's have a little look quickly and see what's going on. The Cyclops Osblue is fighting. The mare punches the Cyclops in the head with his right hand, bruising the muscle. The Force bends the neck. The recruit punches the Cyclops in the head with her right hand, bruising the fat. The Force twists the neck. Okay, so we're getting some neck moves in. We're doing some neck attacks. Oh, people have dropped a load of clothes. Or maybe it's just the dead man got punched so hard that it all flew off. It's entirely possible. Okay, we're not paused, are we? No, we're not paused. We're just waiting for the ogre to take enough damage. Let's have another quick look. Still fighting. The Force pulls the neck. The recruit punches the Cyclops in the head with her left hand, bruising the muscle. The Force twists the neck. Okay, so let's let the neck be worked a bit longer by our brave and perhaps foolhardy dwarves. And then hopefully one of these punches will hear a lucky click and the Cyclops will fall to the floor lifeless and, well, maybe not lifeless, maybe just paralysed. Imagine how cool that would be. Not to mention cruel. Rather than claiming its head as a trophy, we wheel its completely paralysed but still living body into the hallway of our fortress and leave it there being fed morsels of mushed up food in a baby bird manner. Yeah, that would be more impressive. We didn't kill it. We didn't have to. We just, paralyzed it. Man, that's dark. Dark, 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 dark. Baby might well get a few hits in. That would be good. If it gets a few kills in under its belt, as you say, before it becomes an adult, that's going to be interesting. Oh, wow, we're down to 9 frames a second. Here we go. This ogre may kill us just from pure frame rate alone. I've got a whole core of this computer dedicated to Dwarf Fortress, and it's not doing it justice. Maybe the next Cryptbeards, which will inevitably come once this one falls, will have to be a smaller affair. Something a little more bijou. We'll have to see. Due to the lag in my stream to the people in chat receiving it, Adilicious, I'm not sure what was oddly specific, but it probably was. I imagine I said something oddly specific. I do on a number of occasions. Sorry, got distracted for a second there. I was gazing off into chat like some kind of hypnotised fool. Wow, we might be sitting here for a while. It's definitely not paused. No, it's not paused. The weather has cleared. Well, that's nice. They're not fighting in grotty weather anymore. What's this strange... Every now and again we get this green dash and then this sort of gradient green line texture appears for a second. What's that? We've got some named characters wading into the fray as well. We've got Cupo here. Who else have we got? We see anyone else? Hopefully the mayor's not dead. That would be a problem. Let's take a look at the combat reports. They're taking their time. We'll have a look at the top one again. Oh my god, Donovan Badboy, the chief medical dwarf, he's fighting. We don't want him dying. The muscle! The force pulls the neck. The recruit punches the Cyclops in the head with its left hand, bruising the muscle. The force pulls the neck, twists the neck, bruises the fat. The muscle, bruising the muscle, bending the neck. Yeah, we're not... I think a lot of these blows are quite ineffectual, but it does seem unable to respond. I'm not seeing any... Actually, let's quickly check my theory here. Let's look at the chief medical dwarf. Yep, no, they're all blue. Yeah, I'm not seeing much in the way of our dwarves getting damaged, so maybe at some point it fell unconscious and is now just laying there being pummeled. Oh, the mushed up baby bird fooding of the orc that was paralysed yet still alive. Yes, well, I think I might have seen something of that nature in a film or something. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of grim movie. I mean, if the human centipede exists, there's a film about someone keeping someone paralysed for some grim reason. It's gotta be. And I must have seen it. By the way, if you like old movie trailers of the variety that make probably shit films look good, you should check out my Discord. I've got a whole channel in there for people to post the gems that they find, and there's quite a few good ones I've placed in there myself. You'll have to have a look. It's very exciting. Wow, check that out. A little bit of social media promotion. Oh, it's good for the Google juice. SEO, motherfucker. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, regurgitating phrases that I've heard. 124 pages. Misery by Stephen King. Oh, is that the equivalent length? That's impressive. The fight is going on for to become an epic. 8 frames per second. We are really going to take a while if this doesn't slow down a bit. What can I do? The Cyclops' death is a novel in itself. What are we doing here? Pulls neck, bruising fat, twist the neck. I mean, how much fat do we have to bruise before we start doing some permanent damage? Well, lethal at least. It doesn't. Well, I mean, obviously if it's lethal, it's permanent, but you know what I mean. Probably you don't, to be honest. I'm fairly convinced a lot of the stuff that comes out of my mouth during these streams is absolute gibberish. But then again, I mean, something witty about politicians. Boom, there you go. I didn't even have to fully form the joke. I need to place the seed of it in your mind, and you constructed the joke yourself. That's the kind of next level entertainment we're engaged in here. I don't say anything sensible, but I just, I put the right waveforms in your brain box, and out pop the memes. That really was gibberish. Oh, come on, 6 frames a second. Yep, I'm sensing some issues here. Should we zoom out a bit rather than in? Let's zoom out. Let's walk away for a bit. Something will break sooner or later, and they'll get back to their usual low 15, 20 frame rate we normally put up with. Let's go down here and see what's going on. Oh, this guy, he wasn't drafted. He's decided just to hang out here and do, you know, whatever. Why is this light grass red? Are we... A pool of wild boar blood? Of course, of course, of course. Wild boar blood. Why wouldn't there be wild boar blood? I now realise that I've gone somewhere where I won't be able to remember how to get back to the Cyclops. Oh my god, hiccups. Hiccups and burps. So pro. So truly pro. Does DF run faster in Linux? That might be a good idea. I have to give it a crack. Oh, here we go. It's up by the forges. We'll find it, no problem. Right, guys, come on. You're going to have to beat this Cyclops up a lot quicker. I mean, I know you're actually beating up at the speed you would normally. As far as you're concerned, time is progressing at a normal rate. But from my elevated, godlike position, looking at your world from this strange celestial fortress, I'm experiencing serious slowness. Serious slowness. Let's have a look at the combat logs again. Anything beyond... Oh, the Cyclops is not the top one. Oh my god, the recruit collapses and falls to the ground from overexertion. Now here's a turn of events I was not expecting. But now I can see it. I can see the dwarves piling up on the Cyclops, punching it continually for hours and hours and hours, and then suddenly, one by one, they fall like autumn leaves to the floor at its feet. Hopefully it's unconscious and everyone else wakes up sooner, but, I mean, maybe once it's fallen unconscious, just put your hand over its mouth. Or maybe just get a little fistful of mud and stuff it in its throat. I mean, once it's unconscious, it's helpless, right? It's a bit worrying that I can so easily come up with methods of killing unconscious people. Why? Why? Okay, bruising the muscle, bending the neck, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what about Nish? Nish isn't tired. Oh, he's just woken up, though, so that's probably why. Oh, my God. The bridge levers would be somewhere like the dining hall away from the bridge. Okay. Well, P.T. Dell, you say smother them with a pillow. But I don't see any pillows. My looms have been just making cloth, I think. I don't think we've actually even made any clothes. We're all still here in the raggedy shit we turned up in. I mean, there's probably a few good old socks lying around the place that we could ball up and shove down its throat, but... Again, I see the mud and rocks and stones and bits of twig, probably an easier prospect. Then again, maybe once it's asleep there are easier ways. I don't know. I've never had to kill a Cyclops. I mean, I suppose it's twice as easy to blind as any other regular creature, so maybe go for that route. I mean, that's what the guy who killed it in the mythology did, didn't he? He blinded it. Big stick, sharp point, bump, straight in the eye. I mean, you'd think a creature with one eye would be a bit more careful about it. But there you go. There you go. What can you do? We do have extra cats. We do have a lot of cats, Vermont, so we could indeed... I'm not sure how to set that order, though. And at this frame rate, I mean, the cat is going to take a... Oh, no, look, there's a cat right here! If only I had that kind of direct power over my dwarves. That would be spectacular. But no, unfortunately not. Hey, look, there's a baby! Of course there's a baby. Nothing more dwarven than taking your children into combat when they're still in nappies. I mean, if anything, take the nappy off in combat. It makes the child more dangerous. I mean, maybe you could strap your children to your hands, and then when they poop and pee, it would run down the blade, and you would end up with a marginally more dangerous weapon. I don't think it would dull the blade, but it would certainly cause any wounds to be far more likely to get infected, right? Holy shit, where am I coming? I've turned into a monster. Over like the course of a few minutes, well, an hour of Dwarf Fortress. I've managed to turn myself into some kind of awful war criminal. I've got to try and think a bit straighter, a bit clearer, a bit more Geneva Convention compliant. That would be good. That would be good. Mind you, we're not at war with the ogre. You can't go to war with a person. So maybe this is some kind of legal killing? Then again, does a Cyclops count as a person? I don't know. I mean, it's probably not that much of a question in the Dwarf Fortress world. I doubt many of these little fellas have thought about it. But there you go. Yeah, cat not interested is probably the default setting for cat. as a generic template for all cat kind, or catdom. Cat manatee? No, that's not right. Cat manatee, though. Imagine that. Imagine a cross between a manatee and a cat. A sort of big, fat, hairy, sort of cat-faced thing in the water. Or not even in the water, just basking in the sun by the beach. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. That's some seriously next-level bullshit. Much like the frame rate right now. 8 frames per second. This whole fight may indeed take up the next 4 or 5 full Dwarf Fortress sessions. Man, I thought buying this new computer would seriously sort out the problem, but clearly I was far too optimistic. Dwarf Fortress knows no mercy. CPU Destroyer. I am become Dwarf Fortress, destroyer of CPUs. There you go. A little bit of is that Heisenberg who said that? I forget who said it, but one of the old Project Manhattan chaps. It's a bastardization of what he said. No such thing as a computer that can run Dwarf Fortress. That's true. That's very true. I mean, I think that's because it's put so much demands on. I think basically it runs on a single thread, doesn't it? You have a single processor that it runs on, and it doesn't have any meaningful multi-threading. Oh boy. Taking a long time. Let's have a little catch up with the combat logs. At this point, I'm not really playing. I'm as much a viewer as you guys. I'm just sort of sitting here waiting for something to happen. Bruising the fat, bruising the fat, bruising the fat, bruising the fat, and bruising the muscle. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. It seems unable to respond. Is it unable to fight back? Is that what's happening here? Can we just ditch this entire military endeavour and leave it there, confused and bruised? Bruised through the fat to the muscle. One day there'll be a computer that will be able to run Dwarf Fortress, but it'll be all futuristic and shit. With lasers. Lasers. This is starting to get a little bit tedious, isn't it? This single screen, waiting for the frame rate to just catch up. Maybe if I dismiss one of my squads, what do you think? Let's give this an experimental tweak. You guys can cancel your order. There you go. Did that take effect? It didn't, did it? No, because I didn't do it. I pressed A and then I selected C. Okay, so what's cancel order? Cancel. Oh, there we go. Right, you guys, I'm hoping I'll see you run off. You good? There we go. Some of them are disengaging. Hopefully, taking a few people out. Oh, look, we've peaked. 10 frames per second. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Windy bolts. Do we disband? What do we do? Cancel orders. It's all good. I think they're done. I think they're leaving. Should we also release the Inky Rings? Or the Ollie Sissons of Pagun? Or the Channels of Drunk? The Dykes of Rhythm? The Rubsness of Figures? Hard to say. Let me just scroll out and see if we can get a little bit more. Oh, I can't. This window doesn't scroll out. Oh, mercy me. Oh dear. Well, I don't think at this frame rate, old age is not really an option, Verma. It's going to be fists or nothing. I mean, if we wait for this guy to die of old age, I think that's probably going to kill us, IRL, before he goes in IFL? In fictional life? I don't know. Shall I dismiss another squad? Let's do it. Let's send the Inky Rings home. Boys, you're going home. The war is over for you. For now. Okay, so is that made the frame rate go up at all? No, it's sort of fluctuating downward. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The game's not paused, is it? No. People are wandering in and out of frame. It's all good. Back to 10 frames a second. I mean, dismissing more dwarves runs the risk of depleting the forces too much and leaving us basically vulnerable to more losses, more casualties. How big is my map? Just a regular size. I didn't resize it at all when I was doing the embark. If we zoom right out, I'm sure we will get a good idea of just how big this bad boy is. There we go. And there you go. There's our map. Actually, it's bigger than I thought. Pretty insane, right? Pretty insane. It's not insane at all. Whoa! The mouse wheel's going the wrong way. There you go. Zoom in. Zoom in. Come on. You can do it, Dwarf Fortress. I know you're only doing 7 frames a second. What's that number in brackets? That's not the actual, is it? It's saying, I would like to tell you it's 6 frames a second, but actually it's 6 or 7. Oh, dear. 3x3 sounds like the good idea, to be honest. Maybe give a few dwarves a choice of weapon. I'm sure there's a crossbow somewhere. Okay. But first let's zoom in, if I can. I think I may have fucked it. Ah, no, I was just spinning the wheel the wrong way. Silly scoundrel. Okay, so if I give them free choice while they're still... You know what? Let's go get the let's get the windy bolts. We're going to modify them. How do we do that? I'm going to go M for military. We go to the windy bolts. We go to equip, and we say weapon. Shift W. We would say. Any weapon. Can we go any weapon here? No, apparently we can't. We have to use... What the hell's a Lunashen? Oh, is that our... That's a legendary weapon, isn't it? Ah, fuck it. Break it out. Go for it. Now, oh, Datan. Where are you? Datan. You now use... Hang on, there's a shitload more... Shitload more weapons. What's this all about? Scourges? Oh, do we not actually have these? Oh, for crying out loud. Have I just told the leader to use nothing? Individual choice, weapon. There we go. That's what we wanted. Let's not do the Lunashen. Let's say... Oh, for crying out loud. W, individual choice, weapon. There we go. So you... Can I assign that to everybody? No. But I can say Shift W, individual choice weapon, Shift W, individual choice weapon. Oh my god, the interface, man! What's going on? W, individual choice. Oh, maybe the cook will break out a cleaver or something. That could be interesting. Individual choice. W, individual choice. Holy shit, we're nearly done. We did it, guys. We made it. Okay, so that's all good. Yes. Done. Let's see if they run off. Holy shit, the frame rate. Oh, okay, no, it's just a few moments. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic. Oh, wait a minute. I also need to send that squad. It was the windy bolts, right? A. K. Kill from list. And then E. Bonk, you guys run in. Now you've got your weapons, and we will dismiss the Ollie Citizens of Pagun because their time has come to rest. They've lost somebody as well. There should be 10 people in that squad. Damn. Damn, damn, double damn, triple damn, and quadruple damn. Potentially even quintuple and sextuple damn. Maybe even heptuple? Is it a heptuple? I don't know. I'm getting a little bit lost in numbers. Well, we got an extra frame from that, apparently. We're now at, 12. The frame rate climbs. 13. Can we grasp for 14? Nay, dare I say it, 15? Could we get up to the hallowed, almost mythical 30? Nope. Nope. Not happening. Not happening. Dwarf Fortress resolutely refuses to comply. What a bastard. No problem, Adelicious. I'm just glad you came back. It's good. 1x1. Yeah, 1x1's a bit too small. 2x2, I mean, doable. Doable. But a 1x1 map is a little bit crazy. I say a little bit crazy, it's insane! You basically don't need to scroll on regular zoom. You've got the whole map in your view. 15 frames per second, look at this! Maybe things are on the up. Let's look at the combat logs. Let's see what's happening. What's the Cyclops doing now? Right hand, bruising the... Oh, we've got some skin bruised. Okay. Not just fat and muscle now. The skin is getting bruised. It's odd that it seems to be getting bruised later than the fat and the muscle, but whatever. I'll take it what I can get. Oh, for a second I thought the frames were going up again, but no, that's just the pausing frames. Just the pausing frames. Actually, I mean, 3x2, or going for... I wonder if you get any benefit from going narrower and taller, so you go for a long, thin strip of land. That might be... using smaller number of squares, but you can cover more geographical features, that you can get that river you want, or the volcano, or whatever. That might be a good idea. Jesus, kill the damn thing, come on! I mean, sure, I'm very glad we've now broken the 10 frames per second barrier, but for fuck's sake! Still just bending the neck. Still just bending the neck. 5x1, yeah, that could be quite good. I mean, it's still less than a 3x2 in terms of area, but I don't know if that's easy. I don't know if it's calculated differently based on the size. It's weird. Weird. Very odd. Okay, so it looks like Dwarf Fortress has come to a very slow, sticky end. Those of you watching this recording that is now 1 hour and 6 minutes long, I mean, I don't know how many actual frames of time or frames of gameplay elapsed in this recording, but I'm willing to bet it's not as many as it should have been. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure streaming for you. Recording. You're the YouTube viewers. I'm not talking to the liveys. They can ignore me for a moment. But thank you for watching, YouTubers. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.